screen, but alright.
That's alright.
My topic is the history of space exploration, and in particular the history of American space exploration. So yeah, over the past century, America has poured millions into their space exploration programs, and most importantly, NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and they're really the head of progress of space exploration and technology in our country. Why it interests me? Because I think that space exploration, personally for me, is our greatest illustration of how far we have come as a civilization. Because you can do so much with politics and like whatever, anything you think of, music, anything, but to really show how a civilization has advanced is how much territory they've conquered. So at this point, we have pretty much totally conquered our atmosphere with satellites and stuff, and then we've explored most of the moon, and now that we know more about the moon than we don't know about our seas, and we just got the rover on Mars, and so that's pretty much where we're at right now. What I hope to find out was the future of space exploration and what it holds for the development of society, and specifically our American society. My thesis was America has been and continues to be pivotal in the progress of space exploration. Yeah, it's not big enough, but that's the timeline of basically what we've done as a country so far in terms of space exploration. And this is what I've learned so far, and also this stuff, which is basically our future from now to 2025, and how NASA plans to go deeper and deeper into space, and how they hope to land man on Mars, and also to capture asteroids and bring them into the moon's orbit so that they can be studied, and that it can stay there to be studied for years, and that's supposed to hopefully happen in 2020. And then also they have this thing called the asteroid redirect mission, which is in response to the threat that asteroids pose on the planet, and how if the planet was to be hit by an asteroid, it could be an apocalyptic event for our civilization. So they need to have a way to combat that, which is this asteroid redirect system, which would potentially move the asteroids that are coming into contact with the Earth into a safer destination where they don't hit the planet. And then finally, I had this video which pretty much sums up what they hope to do in the next 10 years until 2025. It's 3 minutes.
I'll give it to you. This thing is very loud. Oh, one of the teachers. Glasses. Okay. Try it.
Developing the first mission to identify, capture, and redirect a small asteroid or piece of a large asteroid to orbit the moon, then send astronauts to visit it and collect samples in the 2020s. Using telescopes in space and on Earth, NASA and citizen astronomers are studying the thousands of near-Earth objects around us, including good candidates for the asteroid redirect mission and hazardous ones we want to track. The robotic capture mission will prove a number of the capabilities humans will need to reach Mars in the 2030s, including advanced solar electric propulsion, an efficient way to move larger cargo payloads into deep space. NASA is studying 2 robotic concepts to capture an asteroid. The first concept would fully enclose a small asteroid in an inflatable mechanism. The second would use robotic arms to retrieve a boulder from the surface of a much larger asteroid. Each concept also provides opportunities to demonstrate demonstrate techniques to alter the course of large objects in deep space, a capability that could help us defend Earth from impacts in the future. After capturing an asteroid, the robotic spacecraft will move it to a stable orbit around the Moon, where it could remain for hundreds of years. The asteroid will be so small that even if it did approach the Earth, it would burn up in the atmosphere and disintegrate before it could reach the surface. In the 2020s, astronauts aboard an Orion spacecraft and Space Launch System rocket will launch toward lunar orbit, gaining a boost in speed from the Moon's gravity to rendezvous with the asteroid. The journey will be the farthest humans have ever traveled into deep space. Orion will dock with the robotic spacecraft carrying the asteroid. Astronauts will conduct spacewalks to collect samples of the asteroid that could hold clues to the origins of our solar system and life on Earth. The crew will return home aboard Orion, having ushered in a new era of human spaceflight and scientific research. Groundbreaking work is underway to prepare for these human missions to deep space. This year, NASA will conduct the first uncrewed flight test of Orion. Aboard the International Space Station, NASA and its international partners are learning how humans can live and work in space for long periods. Astronauts on Earth are using underwater environments to test spacesuits, tools, and techniques they'll need to explore an asteroid. The lessons we learn and new technologies we prove through the Asteroid Redirect mission will put humans one giant leap closer to Mars.